Hello there. Well, what a surprise. Tony Blair wants to extend the Brexit implementation period. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost. And I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily. They just never stop, do they? Even now, when it is no longer legally possible to delay our Freedom Zero hour of 11 p.m. on the 31st of December, up pops the former Labour Prime Minister Tony Blair, demanding that the UK stays under EU control for yet another year. And already, having talked to Reuters, Blair also said we should be basically getting back into bed with Brussels over things like defence, security, foreign policy, energy policy and climate change, etc, etc, etc. Now, this call for a Brexit extension comes from a report by former UK Government Brexit official Anton Spisak, written for the Tony Blair Institute for Global Change. In the paper called A Path to Brexit Agreement, Finding a Landing Zone for a Compromise, the author argues for what he calls a standstill period of up to 12 months to finalise a deal with the European Union. So it wouldn't technically be an extension to the Brexit implementation period under the current withdrawal agreement treaty, but something entirely new. As you'll know, the now time-barred option to extend the implementation period was not taken up on the UK side, so an extension is not legally possible unless the withdrawal agreement treaty itself is changed or a new treaty is agreed between the European Union and the UK. And that would also entail changes to UK law. This report for the Tony Blair Institute says that without a deal by the end of the year, there would be a no-deal WTO-based outcome, and that such an outcome, particularly when the UK and European economy are facing a deep recession, would be deeply damaging for both sides and must be avoided at all costs. So what he argues for is a three-staged approach. 1. Allow the negotiators on both sides more freedom to interpret their political mandates more flexibly. 2. Get an agreement in principle by the autumn. 3. Agree to a time-limited standstill implementation period for up to 12 months, conditional on reaching that in-principle agreement by the autumn. And then the author puts forward some solutions to the knotty problems of the level playing field, state aid, fisheries and the like. And this is where we start talking about giving up powers to the EU again. On fisheries, Spisak writes that we could agree to an arrangement that balances the UK's objective to secure a larger share of fishing opportunities and catch limits for its vessels with more preferential access for EU vessels to UK waters. This could be underpinned by a set of common principles governing access to the waters, joint management structures, and periodic renegotiations of quotas. Appropriate remedies for breaches of the fisheries agreement should be included, including by suspending market access arrangements for fish products. Joint management structures. That is not taking back control. And get this, how about the governance of any agreement we do reach? The author says that the EU seeks a single, all-encompassing treaty with a common institutional framework providing the same governance structures for the whole relationship. The UK, however, wants separate agreements covering trade, security and other bilateral issues, each with its own governance arrangements proportionate to the nature of the cooperation. And the author's solution is agree to an overarching institutional framework governing the whole relationship that would provide for a common way of managing the agreements and resolving disputes. That sounds very much like the EU preferred structure to me. And his other solutions all seem to tie us in some way back to the EU structures. On the level playing field, he wants the UK to engage more constructively. And Spisak says the EU should shift from insisting on dynamic alignment on state aid and look for an arrangement that could provide a similar level of protection through other means, particularly through domestic law and appropriate enforcement, and which would be counterbalanced with robust enforcement and remedial measures. But that would need to be underpinned by a proper treaty. And who would be in charge of interpreting the EU law on this? Yes, you've got it. In all probability, the ECJ. And the whole report seems totally EU-centric to me. I can find virtually nothing about how each of these solutions would really affect the UK's ability to forge a truly independent trade policy. The report seems very narrow in scope and will probably appeal to the pro-EU lobby who can't see past the blue and the gold stars. As far as I'm concerned, this is a stay tied to the EU report, written for a stay tied to the EU organisation, named after a stay tied to the EU former Prime Minister. Then there's the mechanics of getting this, what is essentially a flextension. As I said earlier, either the withdrawal agreement treaty would have to be comprehensively rewritten, or a whole new treaty would be needed. And UK statute laws would need revisiting, as well as reams of secondary legislation. There's also the matter of the EU now busily engaged in sorting out their next 7-year budget, which we would suddenly need plugging into for a further up to 12 months, or even more. And really crucial here, there would still be no guarantee of a deal in a year's time anyway. And all the while our businesses go back into uncertainty and limbo, wondering when the next extension would be. No, we must now get on and go our own way as of Brexit 0 hour. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it. So what do you think about Tony Blair's intervention? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. And thank you very much for watching.